So, Simon, tell the good people at home where we are and where we're going and what's happening.
Well, we are going to collect the Murcie again because it's now been in. In fact, there's a lot of changes happening with the Murcie in the next couple of weeks, which people are going to find out about. But the reason we're going today is to pick it up from Alpha Auto Concepts, who did the interior, that you might remember. And they fitted some nice carbon bits, which I got from a chap or a company that makes them, which actually fit into the later LP640 Murcielago. But anyway, I managed to get my hand on some of these carbon bits, which just kind of lift it a bit. Right.
You've not seen them fitted yet, though?
No, I've not seen them fitted at all. So I know what they look like because obviously I took delivery of them, but don't know what they look like in the car. So we're just about to find out.
We are. Gloss carbon or matte
gloss carbon?
Yeah. Lovely.
It's yeah, as I say, it was fitted into the later Murcielagos. Mine kind of just missed that era sort of thing. So I just, as you know, with the Murcie, I just like to lift it a bit without making it too modern, and it's always a bit of a balance trying to kind of just not make it too new looking, if you know what I mean, too up to date, but just keep the actual, I don't know, the tradition of the car, but without just perking it up a bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I mean, you had that little wobble a while ago where you were thinking, 300,000 miles, have I done everything in it that I want to, shall I sell it? And then you've decided to keep it, and as a result of that, like you said in one of our previous videos, if you're going to keep it, spend a bit of money on it.
Well, exactly, and it's just, with these next couple of changes, it will be like a new car. As you know, it's had the interior done, it's had this carbon done, there's another thing coming which we'll talk about.
Matt's done all the underneath, all the pushes have been replaced, drives like a new car.
It does drive like a new car, but also inside it smells like a new car, and this carbon won't do anything to kind of pull away from that. But again, next week is the big thing that's going to be happening, so I'm looking forward to that.
Stay tuned to find out more.
Indeed.
In the meantime, onwards to Alpha Auto Concepts. Thank you. That's not easy to say, is it? Especially this early in the morning.
This time in the morning.
And let's go and look at the carbon bits.
So we're here with Brett at Alpha Auto Concepts, who fitted all that nice carbon into the Murcielago. Brett, how did it actually go in? Did it fit all right? Because I was a bit worried about with it being aftermarket.
I mean, realistically, most of it fitted fine. It just a few tweaks here and there. I mean, obviously, because we're fortunate to pull your car apart, we basically know how to pull it all over again. So it's not too difficult for us to do it, just because we've got prior knowledge of how it all comes apart. But as a kit, it fits pretty well. There were just a few little tweaks here and there. We just had to help out a few more washers here and there.
You said about the handbrake, that was the hardest bit.
The handbrake, that were pretty much stuck on. That wasn't coming off for nothing, so we had to cut that off, unfortunately.
God, looks like the factory bonded that on with something then when it was new back in 2004.
Or it's just the fact it's been on that long, it just was not coming off. But we tried everything to get it off.
And do you find this we do in other cars, trimming stuff that you find this where you just literally you can't get stuff out and you have to cut it out? You ever find that?
Yeah, we get that with a lot of stuff. Modern stuff especially, because manufacturers don't really want you in there.
No.
So, and obviously on production lines, they're trying to build things using less people.
Got you.
So a lot of stuff's bonded, welded, and all this sort of stuff, as opposed to somebody screwing stuff together. So when we come to literally strip them down, we've got to break things apart, and then using certain adhesives and stuff like that, we have to bond it all back together to try and make it as like the factory did it.
Got you.
So there's a lot more challenges on modern cars.
So going back to Murcielago, what do you think of it, just out of interest?
Me, I actually think it's lifted it a bit more now. Just adds that little bit of extra.
We were talking about this on the car on the way here, because I think it's a case of you need to keep it in that era. I don't want to bring it up to date because it's not a modern Lambo, but at the same time, it's just nice to have a few tweaks here and there.
The parts that have been changed to carbon, I mean, apart from the centre console bit, which we trimmed anyway, I want to, but like round the binnacle, it's like that sort of rubber that's aged.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do with it, you can't clean it, you can't do anything.
No.
It's of that period.
Yeah.
So that's like a big lift because there's nothing you could do with that apart from probably trim it in leather or whatever.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's been changed, that's better. The centre console, like I say, it's just added to it now. It's just lifted that interior because you've got all the Alcantara now. You've just got some nice carbon.
It looks great. It looks fantastic. Thanks to you.
No. I'm glad to be working on it again.
Cheers.
So it's a nice motor.
Okay, so there's another stage in the rolling restoration of Simon's Murcielago completed. Some beautiful new carbon fibre trim fitted to the beautiful new interior to go along with the rebuilt suspension and the new engine. I think you will agree the Murcie is looking great. You can also see that we are now back at Paul Turner's Signwriters. They recently did the textured 3M carbon wrap on the wing mirrors and some other areas of the car. But can you guess why we're back at PTS again? We had some work to carry out before the guys here could work their magic, and we will be back in a couple of weeks to see what they did. So, Sim, we left the car at PTS Graphics a few weeks ago. Why don't you tell the lovely ladies and gentlemen why it was up there and what's happened?
Well, the thing is, Sim, I was in my 30s when I got the Lamborghini. It was obviously, it's a Rancio Atlas, a well-known, iconic Lamborghini colour.
Indeed.
But kind of 20 years on, I feel there's like a bit too much look at me, and I'm just not like that. I just need to be a bit under the radar, which is a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Contradiction.
Contradiction in terms, when you're trying to drive a Murcielago under the radar because it's the biggest, widest beast you see on the roads. But at the same time, the orange is just a bit too much.
So the obvious thing to do is maybe
change the colour.
Change the colour.
So change it. It got.
Indeed, it did.
To Monterey Blue.
Hello, Monterey Blue.
Monterey Blue, which is another iconic Lamborghini colour.
Is it?
The interesting thing is, Monterey Blue was sold on very few Murcielagos. There was a few in America, but I don't think there's any in the UK, as far as I know.
So you think it's unique in this colour?
Well, to be honest, I'm 99% sure there isn't any Monterey Blue ones in the UK, but I could be wrong.
Well, let us know in the comments if you've got one or if you've seen one.
Yeah. But I just wanted something a bit more, as I said earlier, under the radar. It's a bit bluer than what I thought, I've got to be honest. I wanted something a bit more royal blue, midnight blue, and it's so difficult to tell.
Yeah.
When you look at like colour charts or swatches or whatever, it's just difficult to tell.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But it's growing on me. I've got to say, it is growing on me.
I must admit, I said to you a couple of days ago, I'm team orange all day long.
Yeah.
I love the orange, but I've just followed you from the valeting place, the detailers who've put the ceramic coating on it, and I've said the same thing to myself. It's growing on me. It looks amazing from the back.
I am. The jury's out with me. I've got to be honest. I really wanted to see this and completely fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Did I? No. Am I? Gradually.
Okay.
Gradually is the word.
Again, let us know in the comments. What do you think of the new colour? Should we stick with it? Should we go back to orange? Let us know what you think.
Look, I think at the end of the day, it will go back orange.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a year or so at least. If I get used to it and I fall in love with it, it might be a couple of years. If I can't get used to it, it's just going to have to go back orange again. And I'm going to have to be on the radar, which I really don't want to be. But there you go.
Who supplied the wrap? Is it 3M, did you say?
Yes, it's a 3M wrap, which I'm told is one of the best wraps you can possibly get. They've done a good job, and it's been to these these valeters, detailers, to give it a ceramic coating. So, I am at Gold Label Car Care in Mapplewell, Barnsley, because Gabriel here, who is the boss, has applied a ceramic coat, is it? Just explain it to me, because it's quite... What you've done is insane, because you've got a massive Defender behind here, which he's done the same treatment on his own car. And so, seeing that, I wanted it on the Murcielago, even though it's had this wrap done. So, just explain to me, what is it you've actually applied, Gabriel, to it, and how does it actually work?
So, we've applied Fireball FX88, which is pretty much a 9-year graphene coating, perfect for wraps, PPF. You can use it on gloss, matte paints, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's a very, very hard coating, stupidly slick. It enriches colour, so any glitters in paints and things like that, you'll notice that they'll just clarify an awful lot to the naked eye. So for your wrap, obviously, you probably invested quite a lot of money in doing it. When you came into the shop the other week and you said, I need some stuff, I'm just having my car wrapped. Yeah. And then obviously we're only to the end of it, me and Simon figured out that...
Yeah, I just wanted to
give it Murcielago.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I just wanted to give it some depth. I mean, you can. There's only a point you can do that with a wrap, but I just wanted to give it some sort of lift. But clearly, from what you've used, it's done that. For sure.
Well, once again, I'm going to say this car's not completely cured yet. So in the next 24 hours or so, you will start to notice it will tend to get a lot softer. You'll notice water repellency, basically like a non-stick frying pan. The graphene inside it will stop mineral stains and things like that. So obviously for wraps, they can be quite difficult to get from around edges and everything like that. Heavy rain, even obviously I know you use it as a daily as well sometimes, so winter time you're going to repel road salt. It's going to be a lot easier to clean when you do pre-wash it. You don't need to worry about dead bugs. Obviously the high speeds that this car can achieve, if you are ever to take it on a track again, they'll be a lot easier to get off without you having to scrub away at the wrap and tend scratching it or damaging it.
Got you.
So we were just packing up, weren't we, Simon? You've reminded me that we're in a bit of a crossover period, aren't we, between blue and orange? We are. Because something pretty momentous happened to it while it was orange.
Yeah, it did. So, if you look on the front cover of Evo magazine, there it is, in its last incarnation in orange.
That's a great picture, isn't it?
It is a great picture, yeah, it is. And I've got to tell people watching this about when I wasn't driving it on the road test up in the lakes with the Evo crew. Right. John Barker, one of the road test guys, staff members with Evo, took it out, and I've got to tell you, I was driving a little Golf GTI. It actually belonged to VW's Heritage Fleet.
Oh, nice.
It was a 2008 car, had 3,000 miles on it. It was absolutely beautiful, because this article was all about Millennium Heroes. Okay. Early cars from the early 2000s, rather, that were iconic back in the day. Yeah. So I looked in my rearview mirror as I was tootling down between Ribblehead and Hawes, which are two towns in the Lake District.
Beautiful.
Cumbria,
North Yorkshire.
North Yorkshire. And looked in the rearview mirror of the Golf, couldn't see anything at all for miles, beautiful day. Looked a minute later, seconds later, and this thing in orange was right up my arse on the wrong side of the road and came past me like it was a stabbed rat. Wow. Chucking up grit. John must have been, well, it was a de-restricted road, so it was, but he wasn't
hanging about.
The point I'm trying to make, Sam, is I have never seen this car, go as fast since it was on the track 20 years ago, 15 years ago. He was flying.
And you're thinking, please be careful.
The thing is, but it was, well, I wasn't actually, because it was awesome. Right. You saw that it was just so big, wide, it was chucking grit up, it was so loud, everything about it.
It sounded great when it
and then
came past.
The howl kind of dissipated into the distance, and I could see John going over these humpback bridges, and it was just so, I'll never forget. Fantastic. I've got to share that with you, that's all.
It's a shame we didn't have the camera on the front of the...
Do you know what, isn't it? I know. It would have
been
been absolutely brilliant, but it's like its parting shot in orange.
Yes, nice.